Are we really going live?
Well, it went farther than it did.
Live on Facebook. We did
Yay!
it.
Woo!
Dive Bar Comedy. Thank you, Carol Newell, our tech guru, for getting us up and running. I'm Wild Joe. It's going to be another fun show. We're celebrating Halloween week. Got some costumes going. Mista See is dressed as Minnie Mouse. I like it, showing his feminine mouse side, but with a bow tie. So it's very confusing, but I like it. Bow
I have
on
a
the
more
hair.
aggressive name for it, but it's you got to say the N word to say it. So I'm gonna give you a pass. You can stick with me.
Well, I wasn't gonna say the N word. I was just noticing you had a bow on the hair and a bow on your bow tie, and you know me, I'm all about symmetry.
Okay, so the actual character is Mickey Mouse, who is a super intelligent pro-black mouse and whatnot, who's here to save his race with brilliant intelligence through his genetic everything. So I'm kind of like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pro-black mouse for the hood.
That's a lot of backstory for some mouse ears, but I like it. All right, Carol, let's get to our theme song, and then we'll get back to this full, the full explanation of everyone's costume and hear this whole backstory. So let's listen to the Dive Bar Comedy theme song by the late and great GT. Starting watch parties, people.
I wake up when the sun goes down. I wake up when the sun goes down. I wanna do some comedy. I wanna do some comedy. At a dive bar, at a dive bar, at a dive bar, at a dive bar. I can't say what I wanna say. I can't say what I wanna say. Uncensored. Dive bar comedy. Dive bar comedy. Dirty, bad, nasty 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 comedy. Dive bar comedy.
There we go.
I don't see us live.
Yeah.
Where are we?
Neither
Did you guys
do I.
find
It
us on
says we're
Facebook?
live on Facebook, but I'm having trouble finding it too.
We're in
It
some
says-
kind of
I don't see it live.
black hole.
On the event.
Aha! I found it 2 minutes ago. It says Carol Newell is live now.
All right,
Approved.
Carol, are you recording this? Hit record too, if you can.
I am not, but I shall.
We're gonna reset.
No, we're
Oh,
live.
here we go.
We are live.
We're here. Dive Bar Comedy. I'm Wild Joe. We got Carol Newell on tech. Mista See celebrating Halloween. Oh,
Yeah.
baby's crying in the background as usual. And we've got a fun cast of comics. So let's introduce everybody. Go around and say hello. Rosalee Mayeux. Am I saying it right? Mayeux. Uh-oh. It's a lot of crying. I'm very sorry. Hold on. Okay. All right. I'm going to mute myself in a second, but good to see you. All right. Who else is here? Dana Olita.
Hey. How
are you?
I'm good.
It's good to see you. Oh, all right. A lot of ladies so far. Oh, no, there's a guy. Austin Warren. Welcome to the show. First timer. Instagram only. Anti-Facebook dude. Carolina Levy. All right. Welcome back with a new look and a new hat.
Thank you for having me.
All right. And Daryl Kamack in a very crowded bar, but muted. And he looks like he's about to get COVID there, just sitting there, shoulder to shoulder.
Shirtless.
All right. Let's
And
get
no
into our
social
interviews.
distancing going
Oh,
on
Carol,
over
you look like a little cat or a lion. Lion King. Carol found a way to dress up for Halloween without having to ever change her clothes. We're getting lazier and lazier. We're doing shows without leaving the house. We're dressing up for Halloween without changing our clothes. All right. All thanks to Zoom. Jesus. My baby's eating gum. I know it's bad. He doesn't know how to spit. He only swallows. But,
There we are. I found us.
There you are.
Oh, good.
Woo! And now I'm
All
going
right.
to
We're
share.
doing our live stream somewhere in the deep, deep lost part of the web. But,
It's on our
anyway.
page. It's on the Dive Bar page, event page.
Okay,
but-
I'm going to find it and I'm going to start my watch party. Meanwhile,
too.
Rosalee, you mind if we start with you? You were mentioning, and you don't have to invite anybody because it's just random people watching, but you were mentioning that you're having a very exclusive underwear only party at your house. And I would love for you to tell people about what your big plans are.
Well, I've been having during COVID severe, like, just missing seeing people live. And so what I did was had a few shows at my house live, like we are here, alive people. And it was so encouraging. But, you know, one of the things is that we haven't been getting up in front of crowds and we feel a little bit like rusty. And so I'm going to invite some girlfriends over, some comedian girlfriends who work at the Comedy Store, who work at the Improv, who have had me on their shows, or I've met through other female comedians, and we're just going to heat the pool and go swimming and do comedy one night at our secret all lady underwear party. Aren't you jealous?
Okay, I love the idea. The only thing is, if you're going swimming, why not make it a swimsuit party instead of an underwear party? Because underwear is going to get all wet and uncomfortable and see-through. You know, it's not the best pool
It's
wear.
really, you can do whatever you want.
All right.
Whatever you want, baby. You can come in pajamas. You can not have a bathing suit and go in your old underwear. You can come in a fancy bathing suit. You can do everything at my house but smoke.
All right. All right. Well, that's going to be a lot of fun.
That'll be a lot.
What else have you been doing?
Because I
What
miss
other
the
shows have
girlfriend.
you been doing? You've been doing live shows, Zoom
We
shows,
have been
what kind
doing
of
some
stuff?
great live shows. Shout out to Jack Jr. Jack's club is, of course, closed right now, and we didn't know what to do. It all started out, in all fairness to all of our suffering comedians, it started out with, I began to see posts online of people who either had suicide in their lives or they were feeling suicidal. And, you know, in the comedy community, I think we've lost 3 people in the last 18 months. And unfortunately, when I see somebody post about it, they just sort of say, hey, bro, so sorry you're down. Me too, man. Reach out to me anytime. And if anybody's had any close personal contact with people who are suicidal, they're not going to call you. They're not going to reach out. So what I began to do was to text the people who I knew that were posting about depression. I reached out to them and said, would you guys like to do a show here? And some really couldn't. They couldn't really get out. And in that case, I just offered to come over and be an annoying friend going like, hey. And the other people have come over and done shows. And it's made me feel like I can actually do something, because we're comedians. We need feedback, right? We need that audience interaction, not just literally to try our jokes on, but to not be depressed a lot of the time. So that's what I've been doing, and I feel really happy. It's been really successful.
Yeah, and I think everybody's life has changed so much. I mean, even everybody's material has to be rewritten, and new jokes, everything changed, and you need to practice. You can't just suddenly write all new jokes and go do it.
I mean,
Set
everybody
and expect it to be great.
At my backyard, everybody who's gotten up goes like, oh, this is so weird. I haven't been up for 7 months. I don't know what I'm doing. And these are experienced, good working comedians.
Well, life changed. So, I mean, all
Yeah.
your jokes that you had that kind of lasted for years about just general going out and about, dating or whatever, everything is different now. So a lot of your jokes don't apply anymore. So
True.
Anyway, well, that's good that you're doing that. You're helping comics and just social. It's a way for us to socialize. Honestly, comics, after you do it a while, you really don't have that many other friends. The people you're hanging out with are other comics.
All your friends are comics because they're the only people awake at 2 a.m. to text.
Yeah, and if you're out there networking and you're meeting people, that's who you're seeing all the time. So, you know, your regular friends get tired of going to comedy clubs all the time. Oh boy, I got a lot going on under my skirt. I got a baby sticking her head under there. It's a lot going on. All right. And we're not sure if we're live. We're live on Carol's stream and nowhere else. Oh, something very funny going on. All right, Rosalee, let's just keep it going because we are recording. If we don't go live, this will be out there tomorrow. So here we go. All right,
2 people are watching.
Going in
2
order.
people.
2 people are watching. It's probably you and your other computer, your phone and your computer. That's you, Carol. All right, I'm gonna try to get on there. Hopefully somebody is watching. But okay, Dana, unmute yourself. You look like you're busy writing. I know you write a lot of screenplays and stuff. Or you're sitting there, you're like writing a book, halfway listening to us and halfway writing your book. Huh?
I've been trying to get the live feed going, but I can't get it anywhere. So
it's very annoying.
I say
You know, we've been having these technical issues. Facebook changed and they're doing something different to where it's hard for me to download the videos after we make them. It's hard for us to go live. We might have to make some changes. We tried one week, we had to go on YouTube, but that wasn't, it's not really as fun because you can't invite your friends on YouTube. I mean, you can, but it's not the same.
It's live.
Mr. C says we're live. All right.
We'll find it.
We're going to find it.
The
All right.
comedy page.
Dana, what have you been
Fisher
doing?
is watching.
Busy? Have you been writing? Have you been working on all your, you said you were doing a Zoom only or a virtual only movie, right?
Yeah, actually,
how's that going?
Completed. Actually, it's out looking for distribution at the moment. So I can't really show it to anybody or do anything because we're hoping it gets picked up in distribution shortly.
Down.
Carol's dog is having a problem. Get down.
I gotta get down. Sorry.
All right. No, we're not talking to you, Dana. So that's great. So you're getting things done. You're ticking off your projects. You have always been a prolific writer. You have new projects every time I talk to you, it seems like. So you've done the Mafia Moms movie, right? And
yeah, I got a bunch of them. I just did another one about the afterlife.
All right. So what else has been keeping you busy these days, Dana?
My dog just had surgery. So yeah.
Uh-oh.
That was quite expensive.
Yes.
$5,000 on a freaking dog surgery, but you know, I can't afford to go to the doctor for anything, but the dog can.
But the dog.
Right. Priorities.
Yeah.
So yeah, she
well, I paid $3,000 when my cat had cancer, and then he died weeks later anyway. So it was kind of a waste of money, but they won't tell you what's wrong with your animal. They want to do scan after scan after scan, and the prices are basically human prices. And then the prices of treatments are like basically almost the same as they would be for a human. And it's hard to four viewers. I'm going to try to get on this right now. Okay. Who wants to do a monologue? Austin Warren. Oh God, I got to mute myself because there's a lot of action here. I'm getting fought with. If you could see me from the waist down, there's a lot of babies grabbing my legs and grabbing my skirts, and it's awkward. Anyway, Austin Warren, it's your first time on our show. Can you tell the people where you're from, how you got into comedy, and what you've been up to now?
What's up, everyone? So I'm originally from Chicago. Yeah, I moved out here 4 years ago. I've always had an axe for making people laugh, but I never knew how to get into comedy. So I met a friend here who's a comic who helped me get booked. And I've been doing this for 3 years now.
Ooh.
And I love it. And thanks to COVID, I'm able to just sit down and write like crazy. So yeah, that's really helpful.
Where have you appeared at since you've been out here?
I've been at Sycamore Tavern. I've been at the Federal. I've played at the Improv.
Nice.
Tao Comedy Studio.
Oh, so yeah, all the good places.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. There she is. She's back.
I'm back. There's still a lot of screaming. They're taking turns lifting up my skirt and just putting their heads underneath, which odd. They're at butt level. I don't know. Weird. Oh God. They think
Gremlins.
it's very uncomfortable. I'm getting butt rammed by a baby's head right now. Anyway.
Trying to go back from where they came?
They're going back. Exactly, Dana. They're going back in where they came from.
Sounds like
So if
he's
you see
loving
me
it.
making weird faces, that's why. Anyway. All right, Austin. Thanks for coming on the show. I'm gonna have to mute myself again. So let's move along. Carolina Levy, looking like a magician tonight. You look like a magician tonight, but you are a magician because you look like a different person every time I see you. But,
I am a magician. I'm I don't know anymore. Believe me, after almost 5 years of living in LA by myself, I'm a fucking magician. Believe me. I speak the language.
Oh God, the screaming. Is this your Halloween costume, or you've got some Halloween costume in the bag? Some plans for Halloween?
No,
anything special?
I'm not a Halloween person. No, my plan for Halloween is furniture shopping. I just moved into my new apartment, and that is completely empty. So I'm very happy and proud of myself that after almost 5 years on this country, for first time, I lease my own apartment. So I'm very happy starting from scratch. It's totally empty. I mean, I got some furniture, but I have to put together. But yeah, I'm like up to those things these days. Like no Halloween for me. I don't care about Halloween. I never do. It's like, it's not my culture, you know. Halloween for me is like, no, just for me it's like, and it's not food involved, so I'm not interested.
Plus, you wear a different wig every time I see you. So
yeah, but that's just me. Exactly.
You don't need to wear a costume one day a year.
Exactly. I wear costumes every day on my life, so I don't need to wait for a certain day to wear a costume.
You've been out there doing any shows?
I mean, let me think. I'm starting to think of doing a new show, like underground rooftop in downtown, live comedy show.
Wait, did you say new show or nude show?
What's the difference?
One is naked and one is brand new.
No, brand new, the brand new one.
There's that accent again.
Brand new show. Yeah, so I'm thinking on producing a new show at my friend rooftop in downtown. I like doing illegal things and underground, so I'm all about it. So I'm starting to, I'm gonna meet with a friend that I asked him to help me, that he already produced a live show during COVID. So I'm with that and furniture shopping and gardening. I bought some plants because I have a patio now, which I'm very happy. So now I'm all about the plants, furniture, and I'm thinking on this new show that I would like to do. And you know, like last time I wasn't here, you let me thinking about the name for the show, because I don't know if you remember, I was telling you, I've been producing my own comedy show on Instagram. And you asked me about the name, and I mean, I did two, and both had a different name. So, I mean, I'm still thinking on the name of the show, so it can have like, you know, like you have like dive bike bar comedy, like to have my own, like a name. I'm still thinking on the name. I'm thinking, you know, I'm trying to create my own opportunities and not waiting for anybody to give me an opportunity, even though I'm doing auditions and things, but I'm these days more like all about creating my own opportunities.
That's what we're doing here. We're creating our own opportunity.
Exactly.
We're at the dive bar. Now we're at the virtual dive bar. So we're just keeping comedy rolling, even if we're not in the comedy clubs right now. So sorry, it's so loud here, and it's very chaotic. But they're really fighting me. I can't show you what's below my screen.
They're having fun for sure.
Oh my God. All right, you guys. I'm going to have to mute myself again. So let's move on. Daryl Kamack, you got to unmute yourself and tell us what you've been up to, Daryl, and just entertain us for a second.
Well, shoot, like everybody else, man, trying to survive this pandemic, you know, deal with being locked down and separated from people and all that isolation. And, you know, that stuff was weird, especially for the first, 3-4 months, even still kind of now. I mean, it's still not fully back where you still can go out and everything, but just dealing with that. So, you start coming up with weird shit to do with all this free time on your hands since you don't go anywhere. So my wife and I, we shaved each other's genitals.
What just happened? What just happened? I just turned around to go on Facebook Live and what happened?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, a lot of free time. You gotta, you come up with all kinds of things to do. And so we decided to do that. We've been married for 33 years. So, we try to, you got to do stuff to spice up that life. You've been together a long time. Yeah. So we shave each other's genitals.
I see.
Now, I mean, it seems like most of you mature women in here, see, some of y'all remember when the hair was good, right? It wasn't a problem, Now it's like, that's what everybody does. So for some, it's probably like, duh. But, for us, it's kind of different. Well, especially for me, And I got to tell you, you look weird, man. It looks really, really weird.
Wait, who looks weird, Mista See?
Wait till it starts growing back.
No, mine especially.
Daryl, don't you get worried after a certain age? Like hair just doesn't grow back if you get rid of it.
Well, you know what? I'd tell you, I shaved it completely clean. I look just like a baby with a really big penis. So now, yeah, I look like this big dick baby, right? It's funny, but I like it. So now we play this game called Big Dick Baby, so it kind of works out.
It's very itchy when it grows back, just so you know. You get that to look forward to.
So that's kind of what I've been doing in my spare time. We've been locked down, now I'm getting out. I guess that was kind of personal. I decided to share that. I haven't been amongst people for a long time, so forgive me if I shared too much. But yeah, other than that, man, I can remember going out, just that. I guess when I get into my set, I'll talk about other stuff that I experienced that I think is kind of funny, but just trying to keep a positive outlook and finding the right mind space to stay in a in a comedic state, just to be able to think of jokes and even want to be funny. For the first 3-4 months, I didn't do anything. I didn't do any Zoom shows. I didn't do any of that.
Yeah.
I just kind of.
Yeah, sometimes you're not in the mood to be funny. It's hard.
Yeah.
But I did make some good time. Other than, like I said, shaving my genitals, that was cool, right? But I did more than that, right? I also played I'm a musician, and so I decided, you know what, I'm going to become a better musician. So I just got into YouTube and did a lot of practicing and made myself somewhat a better piano player than I started. So that was cool. I found some way to make that positive. Since I had all that free time on my hands, couldn't go anywhere, do anything. Shit, why not try to improve something? But other than those two things, that's kind of it.
Oh God! All right, that's a lot. You've been doing it.
Yeah.
But anyway, we gotta get to the show. These kids are driving me nuts, You're lucky there's a mute button on here because they're super annoying. But I'm gonna turn it over to Mista See. If these babies are off my back by the end, I'll go up, and if not, just forget about it. Oh God, let's start this show and mute me. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. Round of applause for Miss Wild Jo, Super Mom. Excellent. And also, I just want to have a PSA. Remember to wear condoms. That's for everybody out there. I don't know if this is a great time for that PSA. And also work on your pull-out game. You know, you take that deep breath when it feels good, you're like, get out, bro. Get the fuck out. You just heard it. Get out. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, so it's the Dial Bar Comedy Show. We're about to pop it off. I don't know if we are still stuck on highlight on Wild Joe's screen or not. But we're going to get into it. We got 5 comedians coming up, 3 ladies and 2 dudes. I'm Mr. C the Enforcer, a.k.a. Poppy Carlo, the guy, you know what I'm saying? Up here, skid bags representing, always trying to have a good time. Of course, Halloween is coming up. So I got my little costume going on right here. I am called Niggy Mouse, and that's N-I-G-G-Y Mouse. And I am a genetically enhanced mouse from the hood who is here to save with my super intelligence. I'm essentially the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle of mice and rats in the hood. And I'm going to lead the hood to freedom. And I've grown now. And just like them, I'm coming out the sewers, son, trying to say to people. So Niggy Mouse, when you see me on the street, give me $1. You know what I'm saying? So we got our next comedians coming to the stage. First up, we actually going to have a vet. So let's get it pumping up. So you guys ready for the Dial Bar Comedy Show? Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
That's right, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Let's about this first one coming up is actually a classic, a lady. She got the initials D-double-O because it's a whole lot of yo. And you better get ready because this lady's from Philly town. This lady is a skit man. This lady is a Twitch goddess. This lady goes viral and not viral. This lady can cook. This lady can beat up her son if he acts stupid. This lady can do whatever she want to do, and she can show you how to do it right. Can I get a clap, 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 clap for Olita Ogden?
Hey, how's everybody tonight?
Good.
So I've decided to disregard all the advice that people have given me over the years, and they said 2 things. Don't talk about religion and don't talk about politics. So fuck it, I'm fed up with both. So that's what I'm going to talk about. Right? So we have a new Supreme Court justice who's been rammed down our throats. Yep. You know, she's a woman who's never even tried a case to a verdict. I mean, like, we have 0 standards now on how you get to actually be a Supreme Court justice, right? So it's kind of like if you were to join the mailroom and in 2 years be the CEO of a Fortune 500 company, because that's how she went from being a lawyer to getting up to the Supreme Court. It's really kind of shocking. You know, the crackhead on the corner is almost as qualified as her, is the way I look at it. You never know, right? So in fact, when it comes to her, I can't think of another woman out there who is more representative of the patriarchy than anybody else in the world. She certainly does not represent women. That is for damn sure. She's doing Gilad proud. Now, speaking of Gilad, I think that's how they actually pronounce it, right? Everybody, all of us women, we need to get our robes ordered for the future, right? Okay. Get on it before they run out of the one size fits all. You know, in everything they show these red robes, but red really isn't my color. I'm like so pale. It's kind of wondering if we could maybe do blue or something else pretty. But I've been told that red is the only color we handmaids will be allowed to wear. So I'm kind of hoping over the next few years that as I get this shit slapped out of me on a regular basis, it, you know, makes my skin a little pinker so that the robe fits nicely and looks good on me. I mean, listen, when we're setting our clocks back next week, set them all the way back to 1950. Screw the because that's pretty much where we've gone. You know, I look at it. It took 240 years to make this country what it is. It took 4 years to burn the fucking thing to the ground. Really, you know, it's kind of shocking, right? We are 7 days from the election. 7 days. So hopefully in 7 days, we're going to know whether we have had a complete rebuke of the nightmare that we are living, or whether we are just descending into a post-apocalyptic hell, within the next week or so. Because if you think the last 4 years have been bad on the economy, women's rights, and racial relations, imagine the next 4 years if that man stays in office. It's going to be a fucking nightmare. Okay. So vote. Make sure you vote, people, right? If you haven't already. The other thing is, this administration actually owns the Justice Department. I mean, hell, Bill Barr right now is out there shilling to get you, the taxpayer, to pay for his rape case defense. Think about that. We, as a taxpayer, are trying to be forced to pay for defending him raping a woman. Okay? If you got busted on a pot charge for possession, your ass would be paying between $2 and $20 to defend that shit. And now we got to pay for a major felony rape case? That's fucking crazy. I object. Now, I say that this administration is so infected. It is such a plague. Have you looked at Mitch McConnell's hands? I mean, this is what happens when you stick your head that far up his ass. You literally begin to rot from the inside out. I mean, can't somebody get him like some blood of a virgin or something to stave away the rot? Like, at least for another week until we throw him out of office. I mean, that's nasty. I'm afraid one of his hands is going to fall off while he's over there in the Senate. Ooh. So, everything in this administration is complete hypocrisy. I mean, complete. Trump's over here spouting that he's going to save your health care. Meanwhile, he's over here actually with a Supreme Court case to get rid of the entire ACA. But I kind of find it hysterical that people actually believe what this ass is flapping while this hand is writing. I just don't get it. All you have to do is actually read anything. That's all it takes, is a little bit of reading. So never in my life I think that we would have a pope who is more liberal than a president and a vice president of the United States. But last week, the Pope proved that he is more liberal than either of them when he sanctioned same-sex marriage. It's pretty shocking. I mean, think about it. Millions of Catholics woke up around the world and said, who are we supposed to hate now? I mean, if we can't hate gays, who are we going to hate?
Wait, no worries. They still got black people.
Right? I mean, who would have thought that the Pope would actually sanction that? This is a religion that, has tried to find a way to say that gay people are wrong when, it took going through 12,000 words in the 12,000 passages in the Bible to find a couple of phrases just to hate one group of people. It's pretty sad. While we're examining the Bible, I want to talk about Adam and Eve for a minute, right? So Adam and Eve had 2 sons. That's all they had. I want to know which one of them earned the title of motherfucker first.
Sure.
That's it.
All righty, you guys. Hilarious.
Yeah, that's right. Another round of applause, Potato. Olita Ogden. That's what I'm talking about. I like it. Starting off the dive bar right. As you know, the dive bar is not only a place where you get drunk and have offensive things said, we also talk about politics and educate you and talk to you about society. And she mentioned great things about the Supreme Court scenario, got the election coming up. I myself am also running as a candidate, Carl Anthony Jr. Write me in if you hate both parties. Why not? Help me get some name recognition. I'm going to keep running every year until I die, by the way, because I'm going to win one of these days, sooner or later. And now with names like Niggy Mouse, I may have a little trouble. We'll see how that works out. Also, my job as president is to calm the American people. So I got some calm for you guys on the Supreme Court thing. So we got the Barrett chick. She's brand new, just like they said that about Obama. Trump is technically brand new, no experience. I'm going to be brand new, technically no experience. So I give peace to that. But she is a woman. She has adopted 2 children of color, right? She has aunts and sisters and cousins and mothers. She got a couple little slutty little nieces that doubt they were Tyrone and them getting busy too. Guy got pregnant on the side. So abortion. She got to go to Thanksgiving and look all these women in the face, and Christmas. So remember that. So next thing, right? Racial stuff. They say civil rights. Oh, they're going to change civil rights. She has 2 children of color. So she's going to change laws that literally would make both her new kids' lives worse. I'm just saying. And whatnot. Also, you know what I mean? This chick still got to go to Christmas, look these motherfuckers in the face. And then you got the LGBTQ concern, right? You telling me we all don't have somebody gay as a cousin, a niece, a friend, a person you work with? Everybody has LGBTQ in the family. So she gonna diss her sisters, her mama, her cousins, her kids, everybody that's messing with Tyrone in the hood because she got them freaky ass little nieces that don't know how to act and whatnot. And then she gonna hit the young boys is LGBTQ and the young ladies is LGBTQ and think she's gonna walk the street, go to Christmas, and have a good Thanksgiving. So take comfort. She ain't gonna do none of that, Jack. Trust me. Leave it to the old crusty white dudes. All right. So peace of mind for that. Another round of applause for Dana Olita Ogden. That's right. That's right. That's right. Peace of mind for the American public. So we got our next comedian coming to the stage. He is also a veteran, the DK, and he's a cool motherfucker. I like his name. It takes me back to the crisscross jump. It's like, I'm not making it, Mac Daddy. I'm not making it, Mac. I'm not making it, Mac Daddy. I'm not making it, Mac. Oh man, what? Y'all don't know about that. You young punks. You don't know about that dead boy. You know about that dead boy. But this man right here about to tell you everything about that dead boy. Are you guys ready for the next comedian? Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
Can I get a clap for Daryl, the miggity Kamack?
Hey. Actually, it's K-Mac, y'all. So, but it's all good.
Sorry.
Yeah, like I said, man, you know, I over the last few months, I haven't been doing much. You know, just kind of hanging out, you know, at the house. And but I'm kind of glad to get out now, right? I mean, you know, I'm getting out more because I was kind of COVID. I'm still kind of scared. You know, it scares me, you know, because I check all the boxes, right? So, hey, you guys, if you hear this noise, it's because I live near the airport, and this is an airplane passing over me.
We're good.
Now, I know the clock is still running, so, you know, but, you know, anyway.
We don't hear it.
You don't hear it? Oh, well, good. Then this all right, this noise canceling mic is working pretty good then. All right, well, I'll just keep going and ignore it. If you do hear it, forgive me, I'm sorry. I live in an environmentally challenged neighborhood. I'm black, you know, so we live by shit like this. So if you hear a train or, a bugle or whatever the fuck it is, whatever's noise creation, we probably live near it. So, but anyway, yeah, man, just, you know, I was getting out. I'm glad to be out, you know, glad to see faces and people, because everybody's wearing these masks. Everybody's wearing masks. And hey, I'm not a non-masker. Believe me, I wear masks everywhere I go. Like I said, I'm scared of COVID. You know, that shit makes me nervous. You know, if I'm talking to somebody on the phone and they start coughing, I hang up. I do. I mean, we don't know if that shit can pass through the phone lines or not. They don't know. We don't know. But I ain't taking no chance. So I have been limiting my exposure, but I did go out. I decided I would go to the grocery store, you know, went out and I had my mask on and shit. And it's the first time I had been out in a long time. And I saw there was an older gentleman, older than myself, right, who was appeared to be his grandson. And the little boy was acting up. And so his grandfather started whooping his little ass, right, with a belt and spanking him with his hand rather, you know. And I was watching that, and I you know, it kind of struck me, and it brought tears to my eyes, right? Tears of joy, I was good to see that human emotion, real emotion of the grandfather whooping his little grandson's ass. It was a good thing. I'm telling you, I was pleased. I started cheering him on. I was whoop his ass. Whoop his ass, granddaddy. Whoop that boy's ass. You know, shit. That was good because it was real. It was raw, but it was real. Right? And then I think, you know, with everybody's wearing masks, you know, all of us in here are comics, right? I don't think we got any civilians in this room at this point, right? So, you know, we tend to joke all the time. And, you know, wearing masks, you know, I'm in lines and you tell these jokes, right? You might just make a, you know, side and you can't. And I realize that people can't always tell that you're joking because they can't see your face. So something, the little wisecrack you might make that might be harmless, it doesn't quite come off the same, right? And then at the same time, you don't even know if they even took it right, you know, because you can't see their face either. So it's funny that I've had to kind of change my interaction style as far as always joking around and certain social aspects of that, you know? And I think about the the kids who are growing up and all they see is masked people. Because, you know, part of their development is seeing faces, facial expressions, right? So they're not seeing any of that. So you're going to have a whole group of kids that's growing up having weird-ass expressions on their faces because they don't know any better. That it's not cool to look like that when you're talking to somebody, you know, or eating. Hell, why are people eventually going to start even brushing their teeth? You know? Dentistry, the whole dentistry field will be gone after a while because people won't even care because no one will have teeth. You're not going to see their faces anymore anyway. Yeah, it's just a weird time we living in, man. You know, we got all these monuments and I mean, now with the whole racism thing, Black Lives Matter, all this shit protests. I mean, of course I'm down with that because I've been living that shit all my life. It's not new to a whole lot of people, but none of this shit is new to me, right? I've been living this shit my entire life. So it's new. It's not new, but you see the movement behind taking down the monuments and the symbols and stuff. You know, that's pretty moving. That's pretty epic. You know, I mean, that's history making.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering, how the fuck is Colonel Sanders still around? I mean, is there more race symbol than a plantation, a southern plantation owner that sells fried chicken? I mean, come on. You don't get no more racist than that. But we do nothing about that. Nothing. Because we like that chicken.
It's good.
We like the chicken, right?
Let that chicken. Funerals, it's the only way.
You know, and hey, tell you what, watch the commercials now. Watch the commercials when they show, they don't even show him. They don't even show him. There's little pictures on the box still, on the bucket, but they do not show him. They'll show his hands, you'll hear his voice, but they know his days are numbered, right? His days are numbered. So they try to keep him low key, and it's funny because I really noticed that now. You will not see him in any more commercials, you know. But he's made it this far, so you know I don't have a problem. But let that chicken start tasting bad, Colonel, you're through. You know. Yeah. So yeah, they're getting rid of all of that, man, and all the symbols, except for the Colonel. You know, all the things that stand for racism.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I guess the only thing we'll be left with is just the actual racism, right? We'll still be left with that and other symbols, but you know what? We're going to work through that shit too. You know, we're going to work through all of that. I see you, Carol. She gave me the one number telling me to get the fuck off the stage, bro. We hear all that civil rights shit. We tired of them protesting shit too anyway. I'm sure there's some protest fatigue. There's some black rights fatigue at this point. I know it is. Hell, I'm tired of some shit sometimes. But you know, we're gonna have to endure it. You talk about 400 years, y'all gonna have to endure that shit for a few more months. So anyway, thank you all. My name is Daryl Kamack. Peace.
Woo!
Yeah, that's right. Another round of applause for Daryl. K, man.
All right.
Oh, I did want to add one thing before I go for you brothers that's on the line. You know, should you ever get stopped by the police, because it's really a trip driving out, especially you guys leaving these bars, make sure you ain't been drinking, but just be safe. But I got something that I do sometimes when I run into them, and I think it'll work for you. So if the police walks up to your car, you just do this. Is there a problem, officer?
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Every time.
Great.
Is there some type of problem?
Oh, God.
All right. Thank you very much. I'll be here all week.
Another round of applause for Daryl K, man. I like it. I actually like the switching up of the pronunciation of his name, because K-Mac, you know what I'm saying? Because like in the hood, if like you wild, you be like, okay, that might have to be how I introduce him from now. I'm gonna make y'all all say that. I'm gonna make y'all hoodie shit be like somebody in Atlanta stealing credit card information and making money off it. It's gonna be so fucking fun. Excellent. So you guys enjoy Daryl? Y'all like that? Woo! That's all right. So we're gonna keep it going. Next time we got a lady that is the love of my life. She is Skip Bag's family favorite. She is my mamita. She is my mejor del corazón. And she is one that I always love. I get so inspired. I even want to sing. Now, I'm from Philly and I'm from the hood. So I only know one Spanish song with like all the words and whatnot. So I'm going to sing it because I'm hyped and whatnot. All right. So this is the only Spanish song I know all the words to. La cucaracha, yo no quiere caminar, porque no falta, marihuana que fumar. All right, there you go. That's the only song I know. That's right. So this next comedian is actually a super talented lady, great actress, killing it in the game. Surviving 5 years in LA, bringing it all the way from Argentina, Lacine, Argentina. Done great films together with this young lady, and it's a great situation, and she always hooks it up with a great talent. She is ready, she is modeling, she is acting, and she is taking over this country. It's coming to America, but Carolina style. Give me a clap, 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 clap. Carolina, Levi.
Thank you. I love you.
Back,
I'm so close to the camera. I love you, Carl. You are amazing. Okay, so like the best part about being from Argentina and having this accent, is that nobody understands anything of what I say. The other day I was at the supermarket and this guy cut in front of me in line. And can you imagine? I was like a crazy Latina and I was like, ¿pero qué te pensás, la puta que te parió, hermano, que te pones adelante mío? ¿Qué te pensás, que yo soy transparente? ¿No te das cuenta que delante mío tenés respeto? Wow. And he paid for my groceries. Gringos love a spicy Latina women, you know what I mean? So I'm a Gemini, and for those of you that doesn't know about astrology, they say that we are crazy and that we have split personality. Half of me think that's correct, and the other half think that's wrong. Is any of you guys are Gemini? No? I'm asking
My daughter is, and I have to agree with that.
Yes. Okay. I guess I'm the only crazy one here right now, but I mean, I'm not gonna say anything about her. But yeah, like we are like, they say we are crazy. Like people say that I look like a celebrity all the time. They stop me on the street, So which one do I get the most? Antonio Banderas.
Yeah, sure.
How can that be? He's so much taller than me. So I had a boyfriend, a Jewish American boy, and we lived together for about 3 years, and I thought was about time, right? So I did it. I proposed him. You know what he said? He said no. He said that I wanted to marry him because I wanted a green card. Can you imagine? We lived together for 3 years. Of course I wanted to marry him for the fucking green card. But now that I'm single, woo! Chicky chicky boom boom. Yeah, so now that I'm single, I'm gonna look for a husband or a wife or a dog, whichever comes first. Not that I'm desperate. No. But you know, I want to get one of these little shitty Mexican dogs, you know, the one like they look like a toy, like the Chihuahua. I love them. I'm gonna dress him up. I'm gonna take him to auditions. I'm gonna make him an Instagram account. I'm gonna call him El Compadrito. And if I don't make it, at least my dog may make it. You know, I have like a double chance, you know. You know, it happened to the Taco Bell dog. Why is not gonna happen to my dog? You know. You know, life is funny because I thought at this point in my life I will be married, successful, rich, and instead I'm single, unemployed, and doing stand-up comedy in Zoom. The other day I was talking to my girlfriend, you know, not excusing. You know, I was talking to my girlfriend and she was telling me how important it is for her. How do the guys look, right? For me, to be honest, how do the guy look is not important anymore. I like if he treat me nice and if he doesn't hit me on the face and doesn't fuck my best friend. It's a keeper. You know, like I'm tired of Instagram, to be honest. You know, I see all these Instagram models / influencers / whatever with no talent at all, making tons of money in social media, right? So I'm asking to myself, right? What do I am doing wrong? Because I'm not making money and I have no talent either. What else? You know, like recently I became vegetarian, which I'm very happy about it. But the other day I went to the doctor and he told me that I'm anemic and that I have to eat meat 1 time a week. So can you imagine, right? I have to ask him, doctor, does dick count? You know, like since I moved to the US, you know, I to LA basically, I became a hustler, you know, like everybody here. And you know what's the best part about being a hustler? That now I'm an influencer as well, guys. Yeah, and what else? What else can I say? I don't know. I'm trying to think. Do I have more time or no?
1
minute.
1 minute. You know, like I have an artist visa that only allows me to work as an actress in the US. So I'm running out of time. So I have to leave soon. So thank you for everything, America.
Yes, that's right. Thank you, America.
That's it.
Levi, the Argentinian assassin. And yo, if you have a chance, take a look, Google on NF, look for a movie called Chic and Chambray. I'm sure it's out there somewhere. Main star, and it's a great thing. Great group of Argentinians in it and whatnot. Super talented people that are way too good to be standing next to me, and I was glad to be part of it. Thank you, Carolina. I'm excited. Woo! You know, matter of fact, I'm playing some music. All right, let's play some music. Everybody play some music. We gotta get the Spanish food. Hey, 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 hey. Hey! All right. Calm down. Put your clothes back on. I know in Argentina, y'all start getting naked when music come on. Yep, there it is. That's right. Don't get his flag. That's what I'm talking about. Another round of applause for Carolina Levi. Mi amor. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so next up on the list, we got the new gentleman coming to the stage. You know what I'm saying? He from the Chi, the Windy City. Back in the 20s and 40s, they used to call it Gunsmoke City. Still probably got a little bit on him. That's why he came here, so he could smell like smog. You know what I'm saying? So you got to show some love. Matter of fact, you know, we doing this Zoom thing. I know we all separated, but we still got to find a way to have security check everybody. So I'm going to get some Zoom security to make sure this dude ain't carrying nothing. He from the Chi. He's probably a good one, though. So, all right. I'm excited about it. So you guys ready for this Chi-Town comedian? Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
That's right. I said, can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
That's right. Let me look at this name again. I want to make sure I said, I like this guy's name too. Now, actually, I have a job, and they try to get me to move to a city that is called the same thing as him. And it's a city in America. It's a big city, and we all know the name of this city. It's actually a city that's an entertainment city down south in a place where they do hang brothers that look just like me and him. But don't you worry about that in Texas. And you guys maybe get ready. And can I get a clap, 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 clap from Austin? He ain't from Texas. Warren!
Yo, what's up, everybody? Round of applause. Has anybody here ever been caught in a lie? Round of applause. Oh, just me? Okay. Yeah, so I remember the first time I got caught in a lie. I was 13 years old. My boy came over my crib. We're in my room chilling. And I'm laying on my bed. He looks at my CD collection. He takes out a CD and looks at it and goes, hey, bro, what's this Taylor Swift CD you got? And in my head, I'm just like, fuck. So I got to play it off cool. So I just go, oh, man, you know, my sister, she'd be leaving her stuff up in here, you know. And he goes, what are you talking about? You're an only child. Like, I had to lie because black men, we can't go around telling people if we like Taylor Swift. You know what I mean? Like if I'm in the club and Taylor Swift comes on, I can't dance, you know? I'm like R. Kelly. Like my mind's telling me no, but my body, you get it. Black man jamming the Taylor Swift. You know what that's like? That's like eating McDonald's on your workout day, you know? It's like you're enjoying this, but you know you shouldn't be enjoying this. And then afterwards you feel ashamed of yourself. But then you go back and do it again because you're like, fuck it. I'm loving it, you know? So it's not just music though. Like there's certain movies black men are allowed to talk about. Piece of advice. If you black, straight, and seen Brokeback Mountain, keep that shit to yourself, okay? It's not gonna end well. You think your boys are gonna believe you if you're just like, no, man, I love the cinematography. Yeah, okay.
I like the writing.
it's not something you can suggest on movie night with your boys. You know, like it's something you got to sneak in. You slowly searching for it on Netflix. They're like, "Hey, man, what the fuck you doing?" All right, Tyrell, just hear me out. And then 2 hours later, they're just like, "Man, you're right, man. This movie's fucking amazing, bro." I'm like, I told y'all. I mean, you thought that was great. You seen Magic Mike? That's good.
Yeah.
So a couple days ago, I was doing a wake and bake, right? And I'm outside and I'm smoking, and I saw this squirrel hopping along this fence, and it stopped and it was staring at me. And you know how like when a squirrel's staring at you, it feels like they're staring into your soul, you know? Like,
No.
yeah. So me and the squirrel are just staring at each other. And I had this realization that Black men, we're the squirrels of America. I mean, because like we go through the same things, right? Like we're always on high alert, constantly trying to avoid being killed. And at the end of the day, we just trying to get home safely with our nuts. Like, it's just a thought. Round of applause. Who has that mom that makes it feel like it was your fault you were born?
Aww.
Yeah, growing up, that was my mom. Like every time she wanted to guilt me, she would always be saying shit like, you lived in my house growing up. I clothed you, I fed you, I took care of you. And I'm like, hold up, mom. I'm looking in a dictionary because I thought this is what motherhood is. I'm sorry. Like, I know for a mom, it can be a struggle, you know, being a parent, especially a single parent. But moms, you also have to understand your kids didn't ask to be born. So when you complain about having to take care of them, it makes them feel like you didn't want them, you know? Like, I swear, like anytime a mom, anytime you want to defend yourself, like moms are just ready to pull the I raised you card. Like they'll use it in any situation. Like your mom will purposely take money out of your wallet. You'd be like, Mom, that's my money. She'd be like, boy, I raised you, my money. Like, you're about, you know, any situation. Like, Mom, I don't want to rob this bank with you. She'd be like, boy, I raised you for this reason. Now put that damn mask on. But growing up, like, there was no such thing as invading your privacy with my mom, right? She would always go through my room trying to find something. Like one day I came home and she's sitting dramatically in the living room, like, come here, I want to talk to you. I'm like, you okay? She's like, yeah, come here, sit down. So I go sit down and she looks at me and she's like, is there anything you want to tell me? I'm like, no. She's like, nothing at all? I'm like, no. She goes, okay, well, I found something in your room and I got to say, I'm really disappointed. And then she pulled out my Taylor Swift CD. She was like, you want to explain this shit? And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, I don't know, Mom. This is something new to me. You know, this is something I'm experimenting. I'm trying to shake it off. I don't know. And her eyes were watery for a second, but she wiped it away and she was like, although I don't agree with your music choice, you know, I support it because you're my son and I love you. And then we hugged it out and we cleared that up. And then she said, is there anything else you want to tell me? I'm like, no, I'm good. And then she pulled out my Magic Mike DVD and I was like, fuck! All right, that's my time. I'm Austin Warren. Thank you.
Yeah. Austin Warren.
Nice. Nice.
Nice. I like it. I like it. I like it. He represented Chi-Town hard. He had the classic Chi-Town story. Tough, hard going mama. A lot of struggles. Sounds like a solid brother though, ready to escape. That's why he ran out here to get away from what we call home, as our East Coast and us Midwest guys call it, home. It's urine soaked, you know. But we love it. We love it. We do. I'm running for president, so I gotta say that.
That's what I say about my baby. Urine soaked, but I love him.
Oh man, babies are the best thing. Yo, when I see my friends having kids and I started spending time around them, I determined that babies are nothing but drunk people. They do whatever they want. You heard them earlier. Head up the skirt, all up the ass.
Yeah.
Trying to get all up in the puss. And when not disrespectful, oh, you doing something, they don't care. Tell me that's not a drunk person. And dogs are the same. They're just kids that can't talk.
Yeah. No, they definitely, they're definitely disrespectful. They don't care about anybody's feelings. I don't know what age they develop empathy, but I think they're like at least 4 or 5. So until then, they don't even understand other people have feelings.
Well, see, you need to learn from my homie's my mother, my homie Austin's mother and whatnot. Her rule would be, if you don't do what she says, I'm going to fuck you up. See how that works?
My poor kids, they'd be beat up all the time if I did that.
No. So you just got to set an example. You just got to get them real good once. Like one good chop to the throat gives you 6 months apiece. Just don't leave no marks or bruises. You got to be good about it. Like hit them in the leg and in the thigh. Don't hit them in the face or in the body. Like my parents were good. My parents would probably be in jail if they did. But if I could tell the stories to my teachers of the kind of stuff that happened, like my dad, he used to talk shit to me before a beating because I'd mess up in school or I get conduct or my teacher would rat me out, hating bitch. And my dad was like, oh boy, all right, meet me downstairs at 6:35 and you better Vaseline up your butt, boy, because I'm going to wear that ass out.
Oh, no.
He would talk shit. And he would proceed to go down there and whoop the dog shit out of me. But it was very structured. He was military. He put me over his knee. It was always over the knee and then the straight up thing. It wasn't like, it wasn't a fist fight like, maybe some of our other parents may exhibit their discipline in. But that's it. Enough depression for now. Carl Anthony for president, by the way. Another round of applause for Austin Warren. Woo! And we got one last comedian coming to the stage. I like this comedian's name. It reminds me of the era of the Pokemon. It's just like, we got to do the name together. It's like, Mayeux, 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 Mayeux. So I want you guys to say it with me. Can I get a Mayeux?
Mayeux?
Mayeux.
Mayeux, Mayeux, Mayeux. Hey, call and response. See, we don't got enough black people on here. See, this is why we need reparations. Y'all be bullshitting. See, never mind. Anyway, I love Pokemon, and Pokemon love me. I'm Niggy Mouse of Pokemon. I'm the third evolution of it. I'm the one that gets a job and goes to jail. That's how it works. So let's get ready for the Pokemon game. Are you guys ready for the closer of the evening? It's going to finish it out. Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
That's right. Her name sounds kind of French or some shit like that. Can I get a clap, 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 clap for Rosalee Mayeux?
Thank you. I've never heard anybody get it right. So Mayeux is kind of right. I'm down, Pokemon. I'm down. I am down. Oh gosh, tonight's been so much fun. Dana just fucking blew my mind. I did, and also I did not know that Amy is now worse than Karen, right? We've elevated to a new level of worst people on the planet. I didn't know she had multiracial children. Is that true? Is that something? Anyway, when Carl was talking about it, I thought he was going to say made all these children's lives worse, including her own. But instead of the word worse, I thought he was going to say white. She made her multiracial children white. I could see her doing that with her little scary green outfit. Okay, so I went to the weed store today because one of my best friends in the world has she claims to have arthritis and that she really, really, really needs it. And so I committed a federal crime. I hope nobody's listening, by mailing it to her out of the country. But here's what I noticed. So I'm going in. I'm so not a Karen, but I'm telling you that I'm a mom and I have opinions. So I was standing in line to get in, and there's all this protocol, right? You have to call them, let you know you're outside. They see you on the camera. You have to ask. You have to wait till they buzz you in. Well, this lady and her daughter wanted to come in right behind me without getting properly buzzed in themselves. And so I said, no, you have to wait your turn. So they can see you from the camera and deem whether or not they want you to come in their shop. I'm on my buzzer. So I go in and do my thing, and then they keep you outside in this little pin before they let you into where you order your whatever. So I go in to get this stuff, and I'm buzzed in, and once again, they buzzer in right behind me. So I'm paying the guy, and there's an ATM machine right next to me. Of course there is. And she and her daughter come right up to me to use the ATM while I'm paying. All of a sudden, I just thought, damn, lady, mask or not, get the fuck away from me. So I'm grumpy and I'm leaving and walking to my car. And I realized it's really hard to be a Karen in a weed shop. Nobody's going to be on my side telling the lady anything at all. But I had a good day. I bought my dog a pet. But he's new, and it's called a bully pet because it's strong enough for a pit bull. So now I have a pig and a dog. A lot of people got pets during COVID, right? Everybody went out and got a goldfish, or I killed a fish during COVID. Okay, but we're not going to talk about that. So a lot of people went out during COVID, and in January, before the COVID hit, I was looking for a dog. I was helping a friend feed older dogs that nobody wanted to adopt and stuff. But at the pound, they said they had a puppy, and you're not supposed to leave puppies at the pound. The noise sort of stresses them out. They don't do well in the pound. So puppies have to be turned over really quickly. So I got in my car, I drove down there, and they had this little black 5.5-month-old puppy, solid black. When his eyes were closed, you couldn't even see him in the dark. So I said, did they name him yet? And they said, yes, he has a name. His name is Portillo. And I said, oh my God, I'm going to be a white lady with a solid black dog with a Hispanic name. I'm going to have everybody mad at me. I have so much white guilt, I can't even separate my laundry. But anyway, I fell in love with him immediately and took him home. And the next day I had him on his little baby leash, and I'm walking him, right? And there's some painters outside of my building, and they said, hey lady, your dog is so cute. What's his name? So I said, Portillo. And they said, what? I said, Portillo. They said, lady, you know what that means? I said, yes. I looked it up on Google, and it means little door. Said, no, lady. It means a little back door, like the Brokeback Mountain guys. The little back door hooker. That's Portillo. So I was so brokenhearted. So I came home, and it just so happened that my next door neighbor's housekeeper was there. And I love this lady, and she's Hispanic. So I ran up to Anna and I said, Anna, this is terrible. These guys called my dog. They said this horrible thing. what does Portillo really mean? And her whole face went red. And she said, oh, Portillo Lupe was a presidente 40 years ago in Mexico, the worst presidente in the world, next to yours. I said, okay, I'll take that. Oh, but I mean, it just doesn't stop there. Oh my God. So then I want to get him a puppy. I want to get him a present, right? So I go down to Petco and I'm walking in, and this white lady leans over and she goes, oh, that's a really cute dog. What's his name? And I thought, oh shit, here we go again. So I said, his name is Portillo. And she said, oh, that's so cute. So it's a boy or a girl? And I said, well, no, I mean, that's the name of a boy. And she said, oh, really? I don't see any. Are you sure it's a boy? And I said, yeah, it's a little boy. She got down on her hands and knees to look under his hood to check. And she said, oh, I guess it's a boy. He has a really little dick. First of all, lady, why you want my puppy be slanging a big dick? And number two, is it because he's black that you need? Racism is everywhere, you guys. Just everywhere.
No.
I can't fight it anywhere. So it's time to wrap up this beautiful, beautiful night. Let's see what I'll end on. So my psychic said I killed 3 people in my last life.
Mm.
And this life, I first I got married and I didn't have kids. And then I had a kid and I didn't get married. And then I got married and I had a kid and that didn't work either. So fuck it. And but I didn't kill anybody this life because they invented divorce. Okay, that's it for you guys.
Yeah. Round of applause for Rosalee Mayeux.
Guys.
Thank you, Mr. C.
Yeah, that's right.
Joe.
Heck yeah, great job. And great job for all the comedians. Round of applause for all the comedians that came up and went out for the Dive Bar Comedy Show. That was our closing comedian. Excellent. So, oh man, once again, another brilliant situation. She talked about a lot of good stuff, a lot of things that's going on. Now, ladies, I always want to give advice, and she led me to a great word that I'm going to add to my advice here today for ladies. If you want to get married and keep a husband, let him stick you in your Portillo. That's all I'm saying. I'm not a pervert. I'm just nasty.
Poor puppy.
Just tell you how to keep a man. That's all. I mean, you want to keep him. If you want to keep him, it's like, hey, honey, you want some Portillo?
Got other skills.
You know, black dude like Portillo. What's Portillo? What you talking about? Oh, girl, I'm about to leave you. You give him some Portillo, he'll be paying the bills next week.
Portos. How about some Portos?
Oh, Portos? Oh, no, that's if you got a big boy. If you got a big daddy, get him some Portos. He don't want Portillo. He'll be out of breath in 3 strokes. Get him some Portos.
What's Porto? What did I miss? Oh, no.
It's a restaurant.
Food.
It's a restaurant, right?
Yeah, it's a really good food.
Yeah, Portos.
Yeah. And it's the big version. When you add EO, it makes it small and tiny. Porto,
a tiny
big
bakery.
One.
Okay. You guys, that was great. Thank you.
Learning
so
words.
much.
Learning words.
Yeah.
All right, you guys.
Well, once again, that's a great job and whatnot. And we got to close of the show. The Dive Bar Comedy Show is closed. So I'm gonna finish it out. I'm gonna try to do a quick song because I'm experimenting with like musical performances on Zoom. Then I'm gonna run through all the comedians' name, and then Miss Wild Joe Supermom is gonna take it home. And we got a lot of super moms on the show tonight. We got Miss Rosalee, we got Miss Wild Joe, we got Miss Dana. All y'all moms, y'all pretty much moms, huh? Except for Caroline. I'm gonna get you pregnant, Caroline.
No, please.
Oh, come on.
All my
I'm
girlfriends
only
got
gonna get you
pregnant.
pregnant. You will never talk
It's
to you again.
crazy. This COVID got all my girlfriends pregnant. It's insane.
Hey man, it's legacy. It's all about that legacy and whatnot. So I'm gonna give a shot at this song. Let me see what we got.
If I get pregnant during COVID, it'd be like the second coming of Jesus.
Oh, wow. Oh, boy. Oh, here's a strip show.
I want you. I want you back. 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 I want you. Yeah, I want you back in a heartbreak. Don't tell me how you gonna love me. I want to bring you to my fucking home. Make the car spin with the shining with the chrome gone. When I say what I'm telling, going to the place when I hear what I'm selling. Heading to the fucking world, living in the body and it gotta be there. Won't you talk to me? Won't you be a brother, gotta be Mr. See? Yeah. Won't you break it down? Wanna tell you how you place it, we get it now. Oh, hurt my soul. Coming to the place, gotta get my goal. Coming like a god on a devil stroll. 666, motherfucker, I'm gone. Put your hands together, clap, 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 clap. I want you back. I want you back. I want you back. I want you back. I want you. 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 Hey. Yeah, yeah. It's that about comedy because I want you back, boo. I want you back. That's right. Round of applause for the Dog Bar Comedy Show. Round of applause for all our comedians. Clap. And keep that stuff going. Once again, we had everybody open it up with the first person that came to the stage. Who was it? Miss Dana Olita Ogden. Also, then back to back with that, we had Daryl Kamack. That's what I'm talking about. After that, we had the love of the life. Mi amor, mi corazón, Carolina, Levi. Yeah, you know, the Dodgers won tonight, so I'm gonna be probably with some Mexicans. Well, you know what? I'm running for president. I can't say that on camera. Anyway, let's go and still love. Last time we also had this wonderful gentleman, Chi-Town's finest, Mr. Gunsmoke City. He done escape. Give him a clap for freedom, Austin Warren. Yeah. And our resident Pikachu to close it out. Smooth as silk, cool in the motherfucking fan, and a power mama herself, Rosalee Mayeux. And Miss Wild Joe, take us home. Mr. Dog Bar Comedy Show. Mr. C.
Oh my gosh, this has been fun. If you see a little creepy baby hand on the screen, that's because I'm holding a little creepy baby. And they've been harassing me. They've been harassing me all night. So thank God for that mute button.
Watch it. Maybe it was Daryl. You never know.
With a creepy baby hand. Maybe it was Donald Trump. Anyway, it was a fun show. We learned a lot. And yeah, it reminded me of a lot of things. What is that? Somebody's dogs are going crazy. My baby's going crazy. Anyway, next week is election night. We're still going to be doing our show anyway.
Oh, wow.
And we'll see
Awesome.
who's winning. We're going to try to get some passionate political people arguing because that's always fun. And I'm going to be telling my midget porn jokes because somebody said
I watched
triggered
midget porn
some
on Pornhub.
memories
Just
for
wanted to
me.
say that.
But anyway, it's always a lot of fun on Dive Bar Comedy. Thank you guys all for coming on. Thank you to the people listening. We are live streaming on Facebook every Tuesday, and we're all over the web starting on the next day, Wednesday. So tune in every week and vote or don't vote. I don't care. And wow, some creepy stuff going on with Daryl Kamack. Enjoy your Halloween too. Happy Halloween. And,
Halloween, everybody.
have a good one, you guys.
Vote.
I care.
Also-
Vote.
Oh, also like and share the show. It takes 3 seconds to do. It's
Yeah,
totally
like
free.
our Facebook page, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, especially Facebook. And you can find us all over at Dive Bar Comedy. You can find me at Wild Joe, and Carol's at The World's Best Laugh. Mista See, he's Poppy Carlo, and Mista See Skit Bags, and
That's also
Mista See for
Carl
president.
Anthony Jr. for president. If you hate both parties and you don't want to waste the vote, because everybody should vote. 100 million people every major election do not vote. 40 to 60% of America only vote.
You
Write
should
me
vote.
in, Carl Anthony
Everybody should
Jr.
vote. You should do it as an American.
Make it found.
Make sure you vote. Get
All
out
right,
there
you guys.
and vote.
Vote. Everybody
All right.
vote. Vote green.
That's
Vote
Obama.
independent. I don't
Daryl
care.
looks like a lot. I don't know how
Vote for
Daryl's
me,
doing all
like
this.
Jesus. Vote.
Looks like an Obama right now.
For Carl
All right,
Anthony
you guys.
Jr.
Have
If
a
you love
good one.
black people.
Vote.
All right, we're out of here, you guys.
All right.